All right, for those of you who have run out of a death pile, maybe you have some sewing skills. These, what do they say? Homemade face masks. HEPA filter. 100% cotton. Interesting. I've seen some pretty cool designs looking through some of these too. Huh. Amazing. Look how many of them are on here and are selling. Wow. There you go. Hello everybody, welcome back to Commonwealth Picker. We are in the eBay cave today, and as we've been doing for the last few days, maybe last week or so, we've been going out in the Commonwealth cabin. I have some things out there, some things in here. And the things that are out there, we're usually going to do like a mini show in there until we're permanently moved out there. And then even then we'll come back in here just for old time's sake and do a show in here every now and again. I had a bunch of sales yesterday, and that's already like snowballed into today. I think there was like $440 in sales yesterday. There's been like 300 already today. I had a couple from the day before that I had to ship out this morning. And so at one point there was like $850 in sales and 29 things or something like that. So we've been selling some things lately. Haven't been listing a ton, but I'm starting to get back into the habit of getting 10 listings in a day. And hopefully that will take me through this death pile, as we don't know, of course, how long this is all going to continue on. At any rate, some really neat sales, and these things have been selling like crazy. And we sold some more today, so you'll see some on the next show and maybe the next show. But we sold a bunch yesterday as well, and we'll let you take a look at those 70s clothes today. Some really neat ones I like. Somebody bought a lot of them. They picked out a few, and I gave them a little bit of a discount, and we'll talk about that. We did what we typically do in here, and we sell some things that you don't always see on a lot of the other shows. You know, if you are new to the show, we're kind of out in the middle of nowhere, and I like to think of myself as an eclectic picker. I pick what I can find and I sell what I can find, and we've kind of created our own little niche of odd items, and we tend to sell them over and over and over again for a little bit of profit, but it seems to work for us. So thank y'all for joining us. As always, you guys have been terrific, and I hope that this show has given you a little bit of a reprieve from all of the news of the day each day, and we appreciate you supporting us. And we've reached out to support some of you, and we will continue to do that as we find things that we need in our house, or desire, I should say. We don't often need as much as we think we do. And we've bought some things from some folks, and some of those things have been coming in, so I want to give a thank you to them as those things come in. We also had a Homeschool Hustler store sale, and we had somebody send us something in our P.O. box, and we have a nice little gift that I want to show you as well. So without further ado, let's take a look at what's sold. If you've been watching lately, we've been parting out a Lord of the Rings Risk game, and these are the little armies that go with it. It's sold for $11. So it's not a huge profit, but it's going to be under 8 ounces. They're really, really light plastic pieces, and we'll put them in a 4x4 box probably. It might be a 4x4x6 is what they might fit in better. And we'll ship those out. We're already into the profit after selling off a few pieces, so that'll be pure profit, probably around $6 or so. I buy these out and about where I can find them. This is an official Carolina League baseball, and this is an official National League baseball. And I bought these, I think I bought this one at a garage sale that we entitled "This Garage Sale Was Frozen" or something like that. I bought a bucket of balls. I can't even remember what I paid, but it was really, really cheap. And you can tell when you get these baseballs, you can tell the age of them. Well, I've done it so long, and I'm a baseball guy, that I can kind of tell just by looking at them. But if you look and see who the commissioner is, and it's hard to read them sometimes, if you figure out who the commissioner is on the baseball, it'll date the baseball, or at least it'll give you a time range of the baseball. And sometimes the older ones are worth a little bit more money. At any rate, these are just 2 used baseballs, probably used in a game is my guess where this one came from. This has a scuff mark on it. And a lot of times the scuff marks, because this is a Carolina League baseball, the local Carolina League team is the Lynchburg Hillcats. A lot of times what happens is they get hit out of the ballpark, a foul ball, and they go in the parking lot, and you'll see that scuff. Either that or a pitcher's been cheating, but I think this is a scuff from a parking lot. So it's probably a game-used foul ball. And they sold for $20.40. They're about 6 ounces a piece, a little bit less. They'll ship out for 12 ounces, and it shouldn't be too much money. And we'll make a decent amount of money, because I'm probably not into them for more than $1. All right, I'm going to give a thank you, and only the person who I'm thanking will know who bought this thing, because I've been given explicit instructions not to mention the name to who this is going to. So maybe we'll find out in a future video. But you know who you are, and we really, really do appreciate it. And I want to so badly mention it because the city where you're from is pretty close to the city where I grew up. So at any rate, thanks so much. All right, really quick, one more before we head out in the Commonwealth cabin here. This is going out to Vicky. She says, love your channel. My husband and I watch all the time. We appreciate your time, your positivity, and your great information. So thank you for the compliment. She asked if the Homeschool Hustlers can sign him. I suppose they can. That's an extra $2 charge, but we can get it done for you. Maybe I can convince him to do it for free. So Vicky, we appreciate it, and this guy's headed your way. All right, come join me in the Commonwealth cabin. All right, we had a couple of the items that sold today here in the Commonwealth cabin. We've been storing them in here. One is up here above me, and one is this shirt that I just pulled out and we put up here. So let me talk about these two sales real quick, and then I'm going to show you an item that somebody sent us, and then we'll go back in and finish up the sale. All right, so this item was actually a freebie. I had one of my uncles give it to me in a tote of clothes instead of taking it to the Goodwill, and I appreciate that. This sold for $12 plus shipping, and it's an XL. It looks like it's never been worn. It's in really, really great shape. So that'll go out today, and it's going to be pure profit. With a big thank you going out to my uncle out there. We have a ton of Under Armour stuff that we got from a different buy that we're going to need to list. It's kind of on the back burner right now, but I think maybe in a few weeks we'll pull out that tub and just take pictures of everything, and then we'll have enough to list for a couple of days already on the phone. All right, the second item you may have seen, I put it up here the other day. Gonna have a couple of things fall down on me. And it is this Jackie Bradley bobblehead. I wish I remembered the name of the garage sale where I got these things from. Matter of fact, you know what? I don't think I've aired this one yet. I'm pretty sure I have not aired this one because the camera was a little shaky. But in this day and age where we don't have any garage sales to go to and no garage sale videos even to watch unless we're watching reruns, I suppose I'll pull this one out of the mothballs and I'll put it up in a future video, even though last time I got a lot of criticism for going out to garage sales in this day and age. But you guys know if you've been watching this show, we haven't been to a garage sale since early March. There are no garage sales to go to, and even if there were, I wouldn't be going right now. But I do have some videos in the past. They're not the best. The reason I didn't air them is because there was something wrong with them and I just didn't like it. This particular sale was a pretty cool sale, but the camera kept shaking the first half of the video, so I decided not to air it. But I think I'm going to air this one now that I've got nothing else to put on Sundays, so look for it in the coming weeks. This guy, I can't remember even how much we paid for it. I'll have to go check that video. But this guy sold for $21.71 plus shipping. And it's from Salem. It's a minor league bobblehead from the Salem Red Sox. And it's of Jackie Bradley Jr. That's a really nice sale. My guess is we probably lotted them up together with a bunch of other ones and got a pretty good deal on it. Maybe $3-4 at the very most. I wanted to show you this plate as well. It's an Indiana plate, and we don't have one of these, so we're going to put it on one of our tubs back there, one of our bins, or one of our shelves, and make it one of our custom SKUs. Kevin, thank you for all of the content you put out, along with the Blue Ridge Mama and the Homeschool Hustlers. I may have missed it, but I haven't seen you with any Indiana plate, and I finally found one to send to you. Thanks again, and God bless. Ken, the Michiana Picker. Michiana. That must be a city right on the border, is my guess. What do you think? Should I be familiar with that? Is that near South Bend, maybe? I don't know. I have to check it out. All right, and I want to show you one more thing real quick. And I put that plate on a bigger tub. So I have that Ontario plate over here and the Australia plate. So maybe this will be where we put our international plates. I don't know. We'll see. You know, with the current demand for board games, I used to have a whole shelf full of games over here. I've told this story a couple times before. And I had one guy just buy me out every single game I had. And I decided I was going to be really choosy and not do too much. And I'd only have one shelf dedicated to games. And when it's full, I don't buy any games. So this is one game I had in my shelf. My shelf's about half empty right now. Of course, we can't resupply it right now. This is Scotland Yard. And it's a pretty neat little game. I checked it out and everything looks like it's in there. It looks like it's in great shape. It only sold for $14.90 plus shipping. But I don't think I paid too much for it. I can't remember exactly. It was from a garage sale entitled 2 great yard sales, 2 great people, something like that. I've mentioned that one before. It's one of my favorites. But I sold this one, and it's a decent little profit, I'm sure. I know I didn't pay more than $5 for it, but my guess is I probably paid $2.50. All right, this has been, you've probably seen it sitting up here in different places. It's usually been up high, so it's hard to see. But it's Blue Mountain Pottery, and I had a teddy bear, and I sold a teddy bear from there. And I talked about this in a video. Matter of fact, it's probably one of my least watched videos of all time. And it's kind of sad because it was when I got to go out and do some garage selling with my wife, some country garage sale on a Friday morning. And my mother was here watching our kids, so it allowed my wife to come with me, which never happens. And it was a gorgeous day. I remember it. But we filmed a little bit, and then we talked about what we bought. Bought some great stuff. Matter of fact, all those not all of them, but a lot of the digital cameras we sold last week for some really good money came from that sale. I hear a Homeschool Hustler. Hold on a minute.
Daddy, I got the movie and the signs.
Come on, come on.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, Turner's excited now. His hair's a mess, so don't tell Mama that you're on here. Just tell him what you got in the mail. You got size and a movie.
And the SpongeBob movie.
Oh, all right. SpongeBob movie. Awesome. Cool.
Bye.
I thought the Pirates of the Caribbean movie showed up, the one that we bought off a viewer, but I guess not. So, at any rate, we'll show you when that one comes in. Back to the pottery here. So, we bought a ton of great stuff there, and I didn't realize it. I thought this and the other blue, there's 3 Blue Mountain Pottery items. I thought those were like the marquee items there, but it turned out those cameras were. We made over $100 on those cameras, and we still have a couple left. And then, of course, all this stuff's going to be pure profit. This sold for $22.81, free shipping, and this was something that's been in the store for a long time, so it was actually on sale. It was on, I think it was on a 15% off sale, and it sold for $22.81 with the 15% off before that. So if you ever see these, they have some pretty decent selling numbers. Not too bad. It was pretty long tail, but they're made in Canada. All right, this one's going out to Michael, and another one's going out to Dawn. And Dawn says, I have been watching your channel and love your content. I will put this little guy in my store, and hopefully he will bring me good luck. Keep up the great videos, Dawn. I hope he does too, Dawn. Thanks. All right, I'm going to pick these one at a time and show them to you, and then tell you how much the whole lot sold for. So these are pretty cool. These come from the Sunny Shares sale. This has got some really neat designs on it. Looks like they're all handmade, and the zippers all work. Some have some condition issues. They're pretty short, you know. I don't know. You'd think we'd be a little bit more conservative back in those days, but from the looks of some of these outfits, they weren't too terribly conservative, which I'm sure a lot of you people out there could attest to. You know, I'm a little too young for that. Here's the next one. I don't have the prices on each individual one. This is a little bit longer. This was an interesting one for sure. It says Meathead on it, and it says Make Love. I'm assuming Meathead is, well, you know, I really don't know. Meathead, this sounds like an All in the Family reference, right? You know, the peaceniks, you know, make love, not war. And Meathead from All in the Family. I have no idea whatsoever, except for this looks like almost pajamas, which is, of course, what it is. And my wife put that in the listing, nightshirt. She would say pajamas. I don't know, are you a pajama person or a pajama person? So, pretty neat, though. Can you all see that? It says Meathead on it. Meathead. There's one right there. It's got little pockets. These are real pockets, not faux pockets. This one has a tag in it. So that one looks like it was not handmade. And this one has a tag as well. Got the big buttons on it. And this stuff has been selling really, really well for us in the last few weeks. Matter of fact, as soon as my wife puts the stuff up, they tend to sell pretty darn quick. So we've been pretty happy so far with the Sunny Shares consignment sale. I'm not sure how much we'll make in the end, but I think we'll probably make at least $400 for our part of it, is my guess. All right, so that brings us to a total of $417. It sold for $102 plus shipping, and then we're going to refund a portion of that shipping because they all sold to the same person. So at $102, it looks like there's 5 pieces on there, so the average selling price of around $20 plus shipping a piece. All right, this one's going out to Shane, and he leaves a very flattering note here. He says, hello, Kevin, longtime viewer. Could you please autograph this? It is going to be in my eBay room. I have a collection of YouTuber autographs and would like this one to be my centerpiece. Wow, so that is amazing and a little bit flattering. So Shane, thank you so much, and we will definitely do that for you. We appreciate it. And thank you to everybody for joining us today and every day. We do appreciate the support, and we hope you enjoy the program. And stick with us, and we'll go out in the Commonwealth cabin again. We have a Homeschool Hustler sale, and I think it was a Mount Plushmore sale, and we'll add that to our total. Thanks again, and we'll see you tomorrow. All right, we just opened up the pet door from Chris in Tennessee, and we made that purchase from Chris. We tried to spread a little bit of love around to some folks. Whenever we need something that we're gonna buy anyways, we figured we'd put it on a video first and see if we can help support some of you in some of these stores in times like this in a small way, but we figured we'd give back in that way. And so we've mentioned a couple items as we need them, and immediately we get people responding. And we can't buy from everybody, obviously, but we could buy from Chris, and so we bought the pet door. And of course, Chris sends us a couple of license plates, Tennessee and Alaska, and I don't have an Alaska one yet, so that's awesome. We'll put that in the Commonwealth cabin, and we do appreciate it, y'all. And now we can go out and join the kids in the Commonwealth cabin. Hey, I got Turner with me, little Homeschool Hustler here. What's sold out of your store, buddy?
Popple.
It's a little Popple Mini, and that came from the Mount Plushmore sale, which so many of you have watched. If you're new to the show, you can go back and look at the Mount Plushmore sale. Maybe I'll link it if I can remember, but sometimes I forget. It's 1980s plush, garage sale, something like that. You should be able to find it in the garage sale playlist. So, buddy, that sold for $15.99, free shipping. It'll cost probably under $3 to ship, and a couple dollars in fees and all that. So we're gonna make about $10, $11 on that thing. What do you think about that? That's enough for you to do what with your money?
I don't know.
Sure you do. What do we do with our money?
Oh, wait, save it. Wait, donate $1 and save $1 and...
What's the funnest thing to do with it?
Spend $1.
You're right, bud. All right, well, tell them thank you.
Thank you, bye.
I always forget to show you all the updates. So $156 buy, we are all the way up to $1,520. So we subtract that number from that one, and we have our profit.